going back to Star's End to suffer for another 2-ish hours, and then I'll probably do my daily Polly's quest. But I thought I would get this out of the way now because I don't feel like grinding later. So, without further ado, we're gonna hope that this channel is open because I don't feel like playing the channel swap game all day. Let's have some fun. Do I have any potions left? Do I actually need potions here? Ah, I should be fine. Still gotta level those freaking... Do I have any more feed on the market? I'm gonna say no. Maybe? I swear I bought some from my SM Nature yesterday. Did I just take it all out on her? Well, that's stupid of me. Shocker. Okay. Looks like I'm buying more feed. I'm just gonna buy 50. Because I don't care. Okay. There we go. I grind on herb 24/7 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Level 9, huh? Alright. At least I'm almost done with these. Oh. Open that later today. Collect my wage before I forget about it. I still have all my buffs popped. Big chillin'. Oh, there's a person here. Ew. Wow, there's a person there too. I shouldn't be on server cooldown. Am I? Go away, stupid apostle. Idiot. So annoying. I hate people. Okay. Let's try another server. Usually emptier. Why are people grinding at this time? It's 10:30. Shouldn't they be at work or school or something? God. I hate it. I actually hate it. I'm flagging if somebody gets in my way. I just want to get this grind over with. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Mom just came in. What's up? You know who didn't get carried with a or with even a regular disto drop yesterday? Me. Hopefully I get one today in these next 2 hours that I'm here. I probably won't, but if I did, that'd be wonderful. And I didn't bother with a temp buff this time because now I know better. I'm about to spend 10 mil on a temp buff to not get a disto drop. Like, that's such a waste of money. I'd like to get one, but I'm not going to. So, I guess a 10 mil couldn't be the worst thing in the world. I hate this stupid game. better drop me one. I once came here for 4 hours, right? And in those 4 hours, I got 3 distos. So why then, when I came here yesterday, did I get no distos in the 2 hours I was here? Like, every time I come here, I usually come for about 2 to 3 hours, and in those 2 to 3 hours, I get at least 1 disto. Like, is it because I didn't stay for a 3rd hour this time? Is that what it is? Like, do I just have to full send it? This game's so toxic. How are you this morning? Yeet. Gaining knowledge is cancer also. Yeah, that's why I have some pretty decent birds to gain knowledge with. I'm actually leveling one of them at the moment. I have a couple. Gotta breed these other ones here probably pretty soon. But not until I breed the dragon for the extra HP. Like, it could reach tier 3, and that'd be really nice for me, because it would definitely help out with my DP builds. So we'll see how that goes. But first, the Gospy has to hit level 10. So I'm hoping it will today. That'd be wonderful. But if I'm actually knowledge grinding in like one certain area, I'll usually pop the knowledge cron meal, I'll pop a weenie and a loony elixir, or I'll pop a I don't know what the drought's called for that like knowledge gain, like the little orange one or whatever. I'll pop that, I'll take out all of my birds, and then I'll make sure I have my glasses on. Like, I usually do it on my witch anyway. So make sure I have my glasses on. And yeah. That's about all you can do. And I guess if your guild has a knowledge buff, you can use that too. Most of the guilds I've joined have had it, just this one does not. Which is okay, because like, I have most of the knowledge I need in the game already. I'm just missing 4 energy right now, and I think if I went to the grind spots that I need to go to, I'd be at 600. Because, like, that's my current goal. I just haven't really gotten around to it lately. Last night was a sad night. Failed Pencrest and Penogre. My goodness, what happened? How many fail stacks did you use? And why are you tapping pen accessories? Shame on you. I thought you saved up for your stuff. Like a good boy. Lost in the deep ocean. How did that happen? I didn't even know you went SMHing. Guess it's been a while. God, I haven't SMH'd in I don't know how long. I guess I did a sea monster mission yesterday, but it was right outside of Aquila, so it wasn't difficult. Coming to grief you now. Hey! Stop it, you rat. You leave me and my rotation alone. I just want my disto drop, bro. I hate it here. 127 fail stacks. I feel like that's reasonable for a pen accessory. Oh, there's a person over there. Better not come steal my mob, I swear to God. Gary, if that's you, we're gonna have problems. My IRL buddy called me the P word. What's the P word? Oh, I see. Took me a second. Sorry, my brain's still waking up. No, stop. No! God, I hate it when I accidentally smack the crap out of that thing. There's not enough mobs around. I feel like I just wasted it, Sag. 30 times 4 is here. Oh my God, there is! See, I would get in Discord and ask them, but also I'm streaming, and I don't usually like it when you get in Discord while you're streaming. So, just gotta kind of rely on this chat. I feel like they're not gonna see it. Nightbot would have a day with me if I said it, lol. Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, I only have a couple words banned, and I'm sure you can guess what they are. I definitely wouldn't write them in chat, but they're pretty obvious. They start with N and F. After I kill this mob, I'm gonna see if I can get somebody in the Discord to pop this. Because I highly doubt they're reading this chat. We'll see if that works. That should get their attention. I know people don't really like the whole at here thing, but nobody is online, so whoever is online will probably see it. Stop! So hard to type here. Hate it. Oh, there is a bell here. He said I won't do it, so I did and start screaming it's not gonna go. Yeah, that's how most pen accessories will go, Sag. I've gotten like 3 TED, oh, put that log there. 3 TED accessories in the history of my time playing this stupid game. Sometimes I wonder why I still play, and then I remember that I'm addicted and I can't get out. Never had requests for ×4, huh? Win-win. Gotten 7 in my life. That must be nice. I've literally gotten a, let's see, Tetris Spirit Belt at 53. A Tech Crescent at 117. And a Tech Cadre at 99. 5 of them being ogre. That must be really nice. What's it like to make money in this game? I can't relate. I'm big chillin' here at like just over $1 on my market. I fucking hate it. It's like actually so hard to make gains. If I don't get a disto today, I'm going back to Fogan's for the next 3 days and saying fuck Star's End. I'm only here because I have a value pack running. And I feel like if I get a disto, I'll just sell it immediately because there's so many pre-orders for them all the time. Usually I'm more drop carry than this. Probably make more a day with me. Oh, than me? Yeah. I mean, I doubt it. I only grind like 2-3 hours a day max, and in those 2 to 3 hours I make maybe 200 to 400 mil-ish. Sometimes a little bit more, depending where I go. That's about it, because I don't have any AFK life skill stuff set up. Other than fishing, if I wanted to do that, but I don't have the inventory for it, because my inventory is literally always full, as you can see. I make 150 mil a day. Okay, so we're about in the same spot. Like I said, this game is suffering. It's so hard to make money. People talk about it like it's nothing at all, but I don't know. I really struggle. I want to make money in this game. I do. Like, really bad, but there's just no effective way to do it that doesn't take a shit ton of effort and setup. Unless I grind like the really high level places, and then that's exhausting, so I don't know. If I had a group to do Castle Ruins more often, I might do that again, because that was actually really good money. Just hope I don't lose a crystal. That would piss me off royally. Especially now that I have Vipers. I didn't at the time, I don't think, but... Tet and MasterCard, stop that. God, I envy the people that have, like, a crap ton of IRA money to just, like, throw at the game. I've never been that person. That's why all of my gear progression was relatively steady. Like, I think I'm at a good point for where I'm at now. I don't know. I always feel like I can improve. It's one of those games. But I mean, after I get the pen accessory, I'll be at a new Kudum bracket. It'll be 285, not 282, so that's going to be really nice. And then when I get the 1 AP DP from the Kazarka thing, I'll be at 301 with Nuver. Because I'm 297 with it now, so... Which is, again, an okay spot for me to be at. I'm not, like, complaining or anything. I know I could have more. I think 301 is, like, the highest I'll ever need to be, realistically speaking. At least in my opinion. I got some net worth, but I don't have enough to spend 10k a day. Maybe not even 10 a day. Keck W. Yeah, understandable. Even when there was a time I was like working full time almost, I didn't spend a lot of money on the game because I never felt like I needed to pay to win to get the things that I wanted. Oh, hilarious. Suppose I'll take it. Even though it's only skill XP, which is dumb as hell. Yeah, I don't even know how the housing market works at all. Like, actually at all. Okay, I was just letting my guildies know we got the mission. So we all good. I should start SMHing again. I've been doing that since I joined this guild, because I notice we usually have all guild missions up per day, and so I'm like, oh, sweet, like, that means I can SMH again. And that'll be a really good source of income for me. Since it only takes me a couple of minutes at a time. Because of COVID houses in Florida were going up. So I bought this new place. Okay. And then I live on can't make it a new home since high demand due to people wanting vacation homes. That makes sense. I can see that. Guess I might as well put my Gosfy away and take out my other combat pets. Just so I get that extra small push. There we go. I will say I like grinding here as a witch because it makes it much easier to group all of them onto this thing. Probably the best class I could have chosen to grind stars on. Other than maybe Guardian if I actually played one. 200k so far. Interesting. Doing my Salias and knocking out an SMH large guild mission same time. Hell yeah. I've done that before. That's what I used to do when I was in Awful. I'd usually take my Salias so I can get my sailing up. And then I would go out into Magoria and knock a couple of them out. Or I'd have like 3 missions up at a time. And I'd usually just pop the ×5 instead of the 221 so that I can start in Okilla, get the 3 I need for the first mission for like the ships, and then I'd move on to the Hekaru, Ocean Stalkers for the other missions. And then eventually the 9 Sharks Candidums for the old guild moon ones or whatever. I did that for a while actually, so now my sailor is I think Artisan 5 at like 63%, something like that. And honestly, Katso, you shouldn't be willing to cash out so quickly. Like, you've only been in the penthouse for a couple of months from what I remember. Maybe half a year? Grab what I could find, yeah. That's what I resorted to doing eventually. Like, if I had to do a 2-2-1 and there were no times 5s and there were still missions left over, that's usually what I would pop. Because I'm like, well, I'm still going to go out in SMH, so I may as well take something rather than nothing. 2 days, 23 hours, okay. Thought it was like a couple hours. I'm like, what the hell? Reading guild chat real quick. Trying to craft something portaphyria. I have the items at the warehouse, but the shop doesn't see it. Not even 2M. I'm staying here 15 years. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you showed me the place before. It looked pretty cool. What's up, Eden? Guess I shouldn't be killing the 1s and 2s. I won't be getting much, if any, XP from them. Have a good grind. Hope you get all the distos. Yeah, I hope so too. I could definitely use the gains at the moment. What it do, cutie? Just grinding Star's End, hoping to God I get a disto drop today. It hasn't happened yet, but who knows. Still got at least another hour and a half on this advanced blessing scroll, and then I'll probably do my polys. And if I don't do it now, I'll do it this afternoon. But I started my stream a couple minutes late, so I'll make up for it by probably streaming till at least 1:30 today. That's about the time I usually stream anyway, because I started at 10:20 instead of 10:15. Looks like he's leaving. Okay, bye then. I fucking hate assholes. Like, you can clearly see there's a tent down, and there's a white dot here before you arrived. Fuck off out of my rotation, piece of shit ass bitch. Waiting for you to go live. Yeah, sorry, I streamed a little bit later today. Like, I woke up and I felt very tired and fatigued for some reason. So I was like, alright, well, I'll stretch, wash my face, grab food quick, and then start. So I was really only 5-ish minutes late. Because, like, usually I'll try to start setting up around 10, and then I go live by 10:15 after I post all my links in Discord that I'll be going live shortly. Just so I can build up my stream audience to chat and come hang out with me. And then I'll usually stream for about 3 to 4 hours at a time. And usually only in the morning, because, like, I feel like if I stream at night, I get less viewers. And I'm usually not as interactive later at night anyway, because I start to get more tired somehow. Like, I think I'd be more awake, but I've tried it before. And I just realized I'm more a morning person than I am a night person. Definitely more chatty. But I have more caffeine today, so I'm less tired than I was yesterday, I think. Stop knocking me down, it's rude. Oh, you're talking about because that guy came into my rotation? Yeah, I hate people that do that. It's rude as shit. Like, if someone's already grinding here, fuck off and go find a new spot or change servers. I was clearly here before him. I've been here for at least 35 minutes. That's the one reason I say I hate grinding, because people like that exist. Like, if the spot's taken, just leave, dude. Don't be a fucking asshole prick. I get very aggressive when someone tries to come into my rotation. I don't like to PvP. Outside of Node Wars, that is. I'm more respectful. If I see someone grinding, I find another spot. Only time I've ever griefed anybody is if we've had a deck on them. It was just a random person. I'm like, nah, it ain't worth it. I believe in you. 10 around elapsed to see if someone is there first. Yeah, like, I can usually tell if someone's there, because, like, I'll walk into the grind spot. Because I like to grind at main rotations of places because I have the highest mob density, which makes it easy for me. Like, since I have so much AoE. But 9 times out of 10, like, the places I come across are taken, so I'm like, okay, I'll just swap servers, which is what I did today. Because I don't like being the asshole that rolls up to someone's spot that they've been at for over an hour or two just to steal it and be a dick. Like, I'm not that way. I'm actually quite respectful. But it's just who I am as a person. And I always hope that other people are the same way. Forgot about those. But they don't weigh anything, thank goodness. I have so much trash loot to sell when I'm done with all this. Probably be close to 20k. Maybe more. Another one? Get out of here. I don't even need the skill XP. I'm pretty sure all of my skills I need are maxed out. And I'm never gonna go Succession, so... And even then, I'm pretty sure those are maxed out too. I've been grinding on this tune for like 5 years. The hell are these? God damn it, dumbass mob. We'll just look at it later. I don't know what those skills are, but it doesn't look like they're available to take. Sure, I'm getting a lot of spirit dust here. This might be the right place to go for Caphras, actually. Works for me. Been trying to max out the Caphras on all of my pen boss armors for I don't know how long. I do find it kind of funny, though, that people will come in here with their ghillie on and then run away when you flag on them. Like, just leave, dude. Shouldn't have been here in the first place. God, I'm molding. It just tells me a lot about people's character when they do that. And I don't like rude people, because I myself am not a rude person. I only get aggressive when people give me a reason to. Fallen Godwin. Honestly, if I had enough Caphras to get everything to C10, I'd probably then put in a pre-order for the Flame, but since I know I'm not going to be there anytime soon, I haven't bothered. I'm trying to get my other armors to C7 before I do that anyway, and I haven't grinded Tauros in I don't know how long. At least a couple weeks now, basically. And no one ever wants to go, so I'm like, it's a waste of my time. Because I can't solo that place. It's a pain in the ass to solo there. If I had a consistent duo partner, I might think about it. Oh look, it's the boss. You know, I think it's kind of stupid he doesn't give you any increased drop chance at the earring. It kind of pisses me off. Like, what's the point at that point? Sag. At least he gives one guaranteed spirit dust. At least he has every time I've killed him. It's crazy to think I'm getting close to 70% XP now. Like, I'm getting really close to hitting 63, I think. I'm happy about that. Because once I hit 63, I'm not going to be grinding much. I really just want it for the extra accuracy against humans. Or, like, apparently being a higher level makes it harder to hit you or whatever. I mean, it's also good for mobs if I ever decide to grind more, but I imagine by the time I hit 63, I'll have my next accessory too, and I'll have that pen that I've been working on from the accessory quest thingy every day. Because I'm going for the crescent ring. What's up, Valkyrie? wish they'd stop knocking me down. It's kind of rude. No, I didn't mean to hit that. Hate it here. I should unbind my resurrection spell, because that shit doesn't even work 90% of the time. Such a stupid skill they added. I think I'm more mad that they took it out of Node Wars, because I used to get assists just from using that and my medkits, which they also took out of Node Wars. Because they said the chain resing was too toxic for sieges or whatever. I completely disagree with that, though. It was a great tactic. Taking it out kind of ruined Node Wars for a little while. I think it still kind of does, but they're not going to bring it back because they're too pussy to realize how good it was. Whether or not it was quote-unquote broken. It wasn't broken, it was something anybody could do with medkits. And if you have enough casters, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to just exploit that. To me, it's dumb that they ever took it out of the game. Kind of resent them for it, honestly. First Node War with new alliances tonight, kinda excited. Okay. Well good, I'm glad. I was wondering when you guys were gonna war. Because I know you just got that alliance like a couple days, maybe a week ago at best. Pretty much that skill blew. They didn't want to admit a mistake. I mean, the skill itself was fine. Like, it worked in Node Wars well enough. Like, it didn't always fail. You just had to have, like, the precision to hit it properly. And, like, be right on top of the dead body that you're trying to res. And keep the casters alive while they're using it. I think the skill itself was good. Just the execution of it was usually not very great. Unless you had a good comp to protect you while you were using it so that you didn't fuck it up. But I missed that. Like, when I was in the Sovereign, we had a shit ton of casters, so we were rezzing people left and right. It was great. It was one of my favorite parts about Node War because I got assists. And now I can't get any assists because I don't get any kills. I just heal people, and yeah. They need to bring assists back to Node Wars. I was mad they took that out too. Because then how are the people with lower gear gonna get attendance, you know? Other than just pure luck, I guess. Hey, a precision crystal. Guess I'll take it. I still technically need a couple of those for my pen accessory. Well, not those specifically, just black magic crystals in general. Beg's up, huh? Haven't gone to Beg in some time now. Oh, hey. Easy one shot. Too bad still no disto, Sedge. Want to buy RNG. Where are you hiding? I know you're here somewhere. Oh. I guess that's kind of RNG that they've just been exploding like this. That's kind of nice. I do find it a little bit stupid that they have all resistance at 100% for PvE, yet for PvP the max is 60. I don't think it should matter. If someone wants to meme build, fucking let them. Would bring about an interesting meta for sure. You know, I never think about PAing here when I have big mobs like that, because I usually don't have to, but I guess it's good, good practice. Also, I'm not sure what everybody was talking about with those quote-unquote new stars end mobs. Like, is that a thing yet? I saw like videos of it or whatever. Still no DISTO, Sag. to repop everything. Yay, much fun. Put my campsite over here so people actually see it when they come in. And stop acting dumb like they have been. don't want more precisions. I want a stupid earring. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do? I said that about this last SMH too, but this time I mean it. Okay. Am I crazy or did someone just come here and flag and leave? Or like, was that the mob? What's happening here? Was anyone watching that? Because it really looks like I just got grabbed and someone ran away. I'm so confused. Like, did I get grabbed, flagged on, and then the person left? Or did the mob just knock me over? Because that didn't hurt at all. What? Oh. If that was a person, I feel so sad for them. I'm gonna have to replay that later. 7 viewers, huh? Who's watching me? I figured it was maybe one of you guys, but I don't think any of you guys play Valk, grab classes. Maybe I'm just crazy. Icon has DISTO? Nope, okay. And Perlurkin, and making Cafferson Heidel. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was grinding and I came back to the first part of the spot, and I think somebody flagged, gillied up, and grabbed me and threw me on the ground and then left. Either that or I just am hallucinating and I got knocked down by the mob, but it really looked like someone was flagged up and grabbed me and then left because I didn't do damage. I'm so confused. Like, I'm gonna have to watch this video later and find out what the fuck just happened, because that was weird as shit. I guess if nothing else, at least I got crystals in these couple of hours, so. And I do need them at the moment. You know, I've never thought about making a seasonal witch, but I could do that and then give my other witch better weapons. And then just use her to grind and use this one to PvP. I don't know. Something I think about sometimes. What's... why the exclamation point question marks? What did I say? Is it because I said my other witch? I don't know, like... Then I have a better chance at getting good weapons for her. And keeping my pens on this one. Because I just saw somebody enhance Tavala Crimson Glaive, so I'm like, oh. Someone made a seasonal not for the newly released tunes. Why I'm thinking about it. Besides, then I can actually enjoy the grind. On a class I wanna play. It's not that bad. It'd be better than the weapon she's using. My ult, I mean. Because she only has try. Like, she's wearing the... what's it called? Oasis weapons. Whereas she could be using Tet instead. Really? Another slippery scallywag? I'm not gonna get a disto today. That stupid thing keeps spawning instead. I hate this game so much. I don't know if I've told you guys how much I hate this game today, but I hate this game. I don't want your skill XP, dude. I just want money. Kinda rude. Gotten 4 of those in the last frickin' hour-ish. So stupid. Really? I'm logging off after this. I'm so mad. I hate it. I hate it here. Well, I played this game because Amazing plays this game. Like, if I wasn't dating him, I probably wouldn't be playing BDO. I just play League full-time. God, I hate this game so much. That's so toxic. Like, I'm begging for a disto and I get this. I'm molding. I'm mad. F's in chat. Yeah, I guess that's true. I could do that. Since I know I'm never gonna play the mermaid, ever. Let's see, so this is going on my 4th hour here in 2 days, and I haven't gotten a disto, but I did get a clear black star crystal. This game doesn't like me. I'm coming to terms with that. I think it's because I got those pen muskins a couple weeks ago, so now the game's like, you don't need any RNG. Got enough of it. Stop knocking me over! I didn't consent. Rude. Yeah, when I finish grinding later and I do my 2K, I'm gonna play League all day. I don't want to play BDO. It's making me angry. Stupid no disto have an ass. I hate on the Corsair. I think it's fun and beautiful. I don't like the playstyle of it. But you have to remember, I'm a witch main. It's very different. It's nothing like I'm used to. I abhor her mechanics, and I don't like playing her at all. I understand she'd be a really good support class, and I can respect that. But she's just definitely not a class I'm ever going to play. I'm only playing her until the end of season, and then once that's over, I don't think I'll ever touch her again. The same way I didn't play Hissashin after season was over. I hated playing him. Like, I did not enjoy myself at all. I don't like slippery classes. They feel uncomfortable to play. But again, that's my playstyle. Because I play witch, so... And she's pretty immobile for the most part. I mean, she does this. That's about it. I've tried grinding on her at Polly's too. It's alright, but again, she's just... It feels weird for me. I'm sure anyone that's figured her out, like, has a good time, because I'm sure she's strong enough to grind okay places, but I don't know. I haven't tried. I tried Polly's and I didn't like it much. Like, she clears the waves of mobs okay, from what I saw. And I know she has, like, one self-heal that I know of, but I just don't like her mechanics, that's all. Not to go off topic, but I'm curious why we cheer for the Black Star Crystal. No one cares about those. Like, I can't think of a single person that's come up to Starza and Godwin and be like, wow, guys, I got the Black Star Crystal that I've been waiting for. I really needed this item. I hate it. At least I got rid of the jumping for the Mass Appear Magic. That shit pissed me off hardcore when I was grinding at Fogan's. Especially when I started grinding there and my DP was a little bit lower. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Do you think it's funny? Do you get amusement out of my suffering? And I learned yesterday that the female characters have a longer animation than the male characters, which is dumb as hell. Like, why? Why is that even a thing? This game's so silly. I swear. Hell yeah. Had a feeling this one would be the one. Because they're sexist. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Stupid shit ass, toxic ass, masculinity having ass developers making the female characters have longer and more annoying animations than the males. Rude. I just want a DISTO. Sag. Should I bother popping another temp buff? Suppose I could. Stop. For the love of Christ. It's the same reason why I married classes. Female classes never get fire. Interesting. They're basically saying only men can tame fire. Ever notice Guardian's fire isn't fire colored but golden? I actually didn't notice that. I don't play my Guardian very often, but that is kind of weird. You know, not getting RNG drops here makes me want to go to CAD because I'm so fucking bad so I can get my Hooms again. At least there I know we'll get drop carried. Stupid Star Zen. No Disto, have an ass, toxic RNG. Sag. Guess I should pull this. Okay. I got a Black Spirits dice. I like that one of my viewers' names is Reddit Detective. I like that name. I should do my riffs this week, but I gotta do one on my stupid seasonal at some point. After I do my dumb Oregon's quest, because I still haven't done that. I'm dreading it. I think I need to carry through it though, because I can't do it on her. I think as long as I'm on her and somebody else is grinding it, it doesn't matter though. A couple of my buddies did it the other day. They said the Warren guys are kind of tanky since they made the changes to them, so that's going to be really wonderful. Oh look, it's the boss. Yay! Love how I'm getting everything here except for the disto. This game hates me. By the way, it was toxic to get the grade on that guy, so if you guys haven't gotten the grade on him, good luck. Disto incoming, no cap. I fucking wish, dude. I've done almost 4 hours in the last 24 hours, and the best I've gotten is that stupid clear black star crystal, and I hate it. If I got one Disto, I'd be happy. This game's big trolling. I mean, I can't because I don't have the materials necessary to make them. So, all the ones that I have are just big chillin'. Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff. Like, I know what you need to make them because I've made like 4 of them in my lifetime when I still had all of the necessary items, but I used all those up and I don't grind the places that I need to grind to get those items anymore, so yeah, every time I get one of those crystals it just pisses me off more and I'm like, why did I come here? Why did I think I was gonna get carried? Like, I'm almost always drop carried. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. And I'm even streaming for the extra RNG. Like, why? Why can't I have what I need? I'm so sad. I'm telling you though, I think it's because I got those pen muskins like a week or 2 ago, so the game's like, you don't need anything now. And now I'm not gonna get anything for like another month probably, even though I'm streaming and that's supposed to give you quote unquote streamer luck. Sometimes it works. Like, I was enhancing my Tavala gear the other day and I got all of it to test, so it's like, okay, so it's not all that bad, but like, if I got that Disto drop though, it's 300 mil. I'd be pogging. Got the materials and farming for HP pot, 2 birds, 1 stone. I thought all of the materials were like in Kama Sylvia, because don't you need the little blue thing? Oh, right. You grind a lot of those in Kama. Never mind. Ignore me. I forgot you have to go to Narcs, or not Featherwolves, but like Navern Steppe, Cagtums, Sherikan. I don't know what the other place is. Maybe that's it. Is it just those 4? I haven't grinded for my potion piece, and I don't even know how long anymore. I should. Bro. I've gotten so many of these fucking bosses. Like, what's wild to me is that they didn't implement it being like a higher chance of the distortioneering. Like, if they did that, these would be so much more worth it to kill. It's so sad that they didn't, honestly. Like, that makes so much sense to me. Like, why would they not do that? Renaros Forest. Oh, I forgot about that place. I guess there's a couple places I'd have to grind to get my potion piece. You would have thought I'd have gotten my piece from Cagtums as much time as I spent there. But unfortunately, the potion piece didn't come out until after I hit 62. But I did grind there for 62. Like, I stayed there for months on end. That was my favorite grind spot for a long time. It was good for skill XP too. But now that I have all of my skills, I don't have a reason to go there, so I just don't. It also sucks because you don't really make money at any of those places. At least not a feasible amount. Which is why I've mostly been grinding Elvia until yesterday when I was like, oh, I have a value pack going. Let's go and get drop carried at Star's End and get my distos. Because there was a time that I came here for 4 hours and I got 3 of them. I'm like, oh, like I can easily do that again. Nope. Sag. Guilty is also having bad luck at Starzone right now. Yeah, I feel that, man. I really do. You can make a private 24-hour mini server on season now where you can invite up to 14 people. Interesting. Man, grinding here's putting me to sleep. Needed some caffeine. Had to stretch 1 second. Farm Red Orc at night, Arsha? God, no. Oh, man. That sounds like 600 mil waiting to be yeeted out of me. And by 600 mil, I mean both of the Vipers that I have. Although, I guess you're right. I definitely wouldn't be, Oh, the thing left. I definitely wouldn't be bored. I would be nervous, though. Would definitely keep me awake, you're right. Oh. My Twitch app on my phone's messing up. Had to restart it real quick. If you're wondering why, it's because I run the game on a single monitor at the moment, so I use my phone for chat. After I finish this, I'll probably do the ×4 and then I'll pick up my Polly's quest and run over there. Go there between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning on weekdays. What? It's free most of the time. What is... Are you talking about orcs or here? I got all 4 wisdom teeth pulled yesterday. I've been bleeding all night long. Feels good, man. Oh, man. I can relate to that. I actually had mine out in October. It was the least fun experience I think I've ever had. Medical-wise, and it's the first time I've ever had to get surgery in my entire life. So it was very difficult for me to like prepare myself for it mentally. Like I even cried a little bit when I was in the car on the way there. It just scared the fuck out of me. Then I had to get stitches, but I guess we had the dissolvable ones because I didn't have to go back, so... But I did bleed for a little while. That shit sucked. I did have to use gauze for at least the first, I think it was 3-4 days. And I didn't eat solid food for a month. And when I went back for my checkup, he's like, "Wow, like no cap, you're healing better than any patient I've ever had. Like, what's your secret?" And I'm like, "I haven't been eating." And he's like, "You have to eventually eat solid food." And I'm like, "Bet." Like, I still didn't eat solid food for another 2 weeks after that. So for 6 weeks, nothing but liquids or mush. I refused. I was so fucking terrified. Like, you don't even understand. Yeah, right? I was like, weird champ. I have to eat? No, I don't. I can just blender all of my food for the rest of my life if I really wanted to. But yeah, he was like, "Why aren't you eating solid food?" I'm like, "Because I'm scared." "What do you mean, why? This is the only surgery I've ever had. I don't trust the solid food to not, one, knock out the stitches, two, release the blood clot." And he's like, "Well, the blood clot's been there long enough that you shouldn't be worried about it anymore." And I'm like, "Well, I don't trust it, so." I just didn't want to get dry socket. I was so scared. Oh my god. I was overly cautious, but I feel like it's better to be overly cautious than to be stupid about it. But that's how I am after, like, any sort of, I guess, like, doctor visit procedure. Like I said, it was my first surgery, so I was, like, overly cautious, overly scared, everything. And, like, my grandma called to check on me, and I told her, and she was just kind of giggling. I was like, "Why is that funny?" And she's like, "Nothing, you're just cute." Because my grandma's had so many surgeries, and that was the only one I've ever had, and I was in a lot of pain. She was like, "It'll get better," and I'm like, "No, it won't. I'm gonna die in pain." Eventually, it did get better, if you're wondering. Eating a bunch of yogurt and Jello. That's actually what I did. I ate, like, I would eat Jello when I first woke up, or for small snacks during the day. And then, if I felt hungrier, I would just get some, like, chicken noodle soup. And, like, I wouldn't eat the noodles. I would have, the person I was dating at the time eat the noodles, and, like, I would just have the broth. And then I would throw some crackers in there and let them dissolve. And that was basically how I would eat. And then I just drank a shit ton of water. I didn't have any caffeinated beverages to avoid dissolving, the blood clot. I didn't eat anything solid so that I wouldn't, accidentally bite down and rip the stitches. Another thing that you can eat that's really safe is mashed potatoes, but only at room temperature. Do not make them hot and do not make them cold. You are going to suffer if they are either one of the two. And definitely don't have anything that's, like I said, anything that's too hot or too cold, you're going to scream in pain. Like, even on your painkillers that they prescribed you, you're gonna suffer and it's gonna suck. Don't do that to yourself. Only room temperature foods for the first, I would say, depending on how sensitive your teeth are, for me it was like at least 7 days. I didn't want anything hot or cold. That shit scared me so much. So yeah, it was just room temperature potatoes, Jello, pudding, yogurt, and a little bit of like lukewarm, chicken broth with soggy crackers. That was my diet for 8 days, dude. I'd say you got better, or you'd be really skilled with interacting with the world as a poltergeist. That's true. That's true. You make a good point. Didn't think of that. Yeah, that's how I'm actually playing on my computer. I'm not really Desi. This is just a ghost. I actually died in November, so. I'm loving the 350 hydrocodone. Yeah, I think that's actually what they gave me. They gave me hydrocodone, and then they gave me ibuprofen, like, as a secondary means of pain management. I think it was mostly for the swelling. But no cap, dude. These fucking ibuprofens were so like, you know what fish oil pills are, right? And like how fat they are, like how, I don't know how to word this, how wide, I guess, like how big those things were. So like the ibuprofens they gave me were the same size as a fish oil pill supplement, and I opened it I looked at them, I took one look, and I said, no, nope, that's not happening. I already hate swallowing pills. I tried to swallow one, and I, like, gagged for, like, 2 minutes straight. And I was like, I can't take these. They're giving me way too much anxiety. I'm gonna choke and I'm gonna die. These pills are going to be the death of me, and I can't. Please, God. And, like, the dude I was dating at the time was, like, laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? It's not funny. These pills are gonna kill me, and I'm gonna die, and it's gonna be your fault. So... like, I'm laughing about it now because I was so dramatic, but, like, at the time, those were very scary pills, okay? Like, no cap. Those shits were, like, too big to swallow. I just couldn't. Hey, what do you mean no comment? It's not even meant to be sexual. That shit was just terrifying. I know what you're thinking, but that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Stop that. I hate it. I just don't like gagging on pills. It makes me mad. So I try to take like the slimmest ones I can find. The ones that are too big that can get stuck in your throat freak me out. Like, I find it hilarious that I can, like, brush my tongue or whatever and not have a gag reflex, but if I'm taking those big-ass ibuprofens, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's crazy how that works. I know it's psychological, but still. Spooky. Yeah, I know, I understand. It's okay. I did this to myself. It really wasn't intentional, but that is kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know, bro, 420, if you smoke or not. Like, marijuana specifically. Or, like, cigarettes, but when I was healing for at least the first 14 days, like, I was advised to not smoke anything or vape or, like, anything like that because it had a chance of giving me dry socket. Did you gag on the thing they put in your mouth to take an x-ray when you went? Yes! Oh my god. That's like 90% of the reason I hated going to the dentist when I was younger. Like, that shit just... it hits different. I don't know how to describe it, but, like... I try to breathe in, like, really deep before they put it in there. It's really weird. Because, like, it doesn't even go back that far, but it just feels uncomfortable, and it makes me nervous. I hate it. They're like, just a little bit longer, and I was like, I can't get it out, please, dear God. I'm like, I'm trying my best to not throw up right now. Please hurry up. Where I was, we weren't allowed to, like, have anyone go in with us because of the whole COVID thing. So I had to do, like, everything on my own, and that shit made me so mad. I was like, I don't want to do it on my own. I'm a little pussy. I need help. I need an adult. I'm not adult enough to be here on my own. I need someone to hold my hand when I'm crying. Please. But nope. Had to deal with it myself, and it was really uncomfortable, and I did not enjoy it. But back to what I was saying, I don't know if you smoke weed and or cigarettes, but just so you're fully aware, you cannot smoke for about 14 days. Like, the bare minimum is at least 7, but 14 to be safe, just so that your stitches have time to, like, one, you have time to heal up the holes and your stitches close, in case you end up coughing, because you could cough up the blood clot, and you don't want to dislodge it. Because if you do, then you get dry socket and you have to go back, and it's terrifying. You don't smoke, but can you drink alcohol? You mean if you get your wisdom teeth out? Technically, no, because that also has a chance of dissolving it. And you have a higher bleed risk if you're drinking alcohol and you're still healing. So, I wouldn't risk it. Like, I don't drink anyway, so I didn't have that issue. But at the time, I was still smoking marijuana, so I had to go clean for like 2 weeks. It was very, very interesting because that's usually how I would tolerate most of my pain, because I used to have a lot of back pain. And I would smoke to get rid of it. Like, I would just smoke indica, but yeah, be very cautious about that kind of stuff while you're still healing, because it can really hurt your process. And the last thing you want is to have to go back and have them like restitch and have to get another blood clot to form. It's terrible. Like, I've known people that did have to go back, and so that's why I was as careful as I was. I was in enough pain. It'll disinfect the wound. I don't know, man. I really would not risk that. I wouldn't want my gums to be infected. I've got this wax right next to me. It's whispering sweet nothings into my ear saying smoke me. It's funny as hell because like, I still had bud, right, left over from before I had the procedure done, but I couldn't smoke any of it. And so the dude I was dating, I was like, you can't smoke without me, because if you smoke without me, you're a horrible person. He was like, yeah, that's understandable. So he didn't. But then he tried to rush me into it when I was on like my 6th day of healing. I'm like, bruh, they said we're not supposed to for at least a week. And like, the week is still the bare minimum, right? So most will say up to 2 weeks, but I guess I just decided, okay, 6 days has been long enough. I've been healing well. My blood clot can't get dislodged anymore. And so I smoked a tiny bit, but I had him shotgun it. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like if you don't take the actual hit, somebody else takes it, almost like a filter, so that you don't have to inhale like the harshest parts of it. But I just took very small tokes like that. And we did actually use the vape a little bit, I think a couple days later, but not that day because it was still going to be too hot. And like, I didn't want the heat irritating the wound. Yeah. So I would say just for the next week, be just like, I know it's going to be really weird, but just try to stay sober for the week that it's healing, and then go in for a checkup to ask how it's doing. And as long as they say like the blood clot looks like it's formed and the stitches have healed up, you should be fine to resume your activities. But just don't do anything rash right now, because I promise you it will not be worth it. Like, you might feel better for a couple of minutes because the THC might numb a little bit of the pain, but it's gonna hurt if you get that blood clot dislodged. And that's a spooky thought. Like, I know I'm not a dentist, I'm just trying to help you. Because I know how nervous I was when I got mine out, and I just don't want anyone to have to, like, suffer. I know it hurts, though, believe me. Like, I had to try to sleep through most of the pain, because, like, no matter what I did, it wouldn't really go away. It definitely hurt more the first week than it did the second week, but then it got sore in the third week again, and eventually I had to go back because it ended up being that I had like an infection in my lower right jaw, because that one was extremely impacted to the point where they warned me I might have permanent nerve damage if they pulled it. But I had to get it out, otherwise I would have had like even worse complications. And so like, if you feel a weird bump in your jaw after like it's been a full month, you're gonna have to go back and have them check it out just to make sure it's not an infection. Because if it is, they're gonna have to give you more antibiotics, and that was a pain in the ass for me to take, because I had to take it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh god, these taste like shit. I stopped drinking at the age of 20 when I almost died of alcohol poisoning. Yo, dude. That's actually the most relatable thing anybody has ever said to me in my stream. I've actually been 3 years sober as of July 4th. So congratulations to you as well. I'm a tame, boring weed smoker. I actually don't smoke or drink anymore. I just found that I'm a lot more calm and relaxed without either one, because smoking would put me in my thinking mode, which was bad for me, because if I was already like in my feelings, it would make it like 30 times worse, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be smoking marijuana. Huh. Kind of weird. And for alcohol, it was just one of those things like, well, if I'm gonna drink and I can't control it, I probably shouldn't be drinking. And I just kind of decided I was gonna stop. And then I haven't drank since. But I will also say kudos to all of the people that have gone to like rehab for their drinking and things like that, because that's a bigger step that a lot of people aren't willing to take. I was lucky enough to not have to break the habit, because I hadn't been drinking for more than maybe a couple of years, but I know how severe it can get. So to anybody that is watching that has gone through that, I'm proud of you, and you deserve a hug. It's for quitters. You're so funny. Am I saying I shouldn't be thinking? No, of course not. I mean, I should be thinking, just I shouldn't let my negative thoughts flow as freely as they did. And I'm saying if I smoked weed while I was already mad, it just made me feel worse. Or like, if I was already sad, it would amplify it, and it was just a bad time. Which is why I'm now sober from both. Which is fine, like, it saves me a lot of money. Well played, Kek W. True. Finishing these last 17 minutes of this buff. I guess I can pop a half hour from the Black Spirit. Stop hitting me. I don't appreciate it. It's abuse. Stupid mob. Searching these quite a few years ago, I now have every Monday, Friday. Wow. I'm really sorry to hear that. I am proud of you, though, for getting help for that. You go, girl. You are strong, independent, and beautiful, and I'm proud of you. Oh! Stop hitting me. Honestly, consider going to therapy on occasion. I don't know. I haven't really in like a decade. I did go when I was a little bit younger, but for like unrelated issues. And then I thought as an adult, like, oh, hey, like I'm getting better. But now I have a lot of like anxiety, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I work out a lot of it through streaming, making music, doing song covers, playing like competitive ranked, things like that. It's helped a lot. Just I think some days are like worse than others, so. Glad I've never gotten into smoking, but I don't abuse alcohol, so I'm good. I'll have one drink and be fine and not touch it for a few days or weeks. I respect that. Like, I wish that had been the case for me, because I have a lot of friends that can just do it socially, but I just... Oh. Okay. Sorry, I got the drop notification thingy. Remember to claim your crown subs if you guys haven't already and you've been in here for 2 hours. But yeah, like, I know a lot of people that can do it socially, but for me it was more of like, I was doing it to, like, actually get drunk so that I can you know, numb things out, and I just figured, like, that's not the proper way to be dealing with issues that I'm having, so ultimately I stopped. And I'm proud that I did. Sorry, Eden, I just saw chat. You're more beautiful. You didn't know you have a defined chiseled jawline? That's wild. I actually have a very small jawline. Is my weapon breaking? Weird champ. Guess I should repair in a minute, huh? That's better. I hate it when that notification comes up. It's so annoying. Secret to less stress. Leave the problems to future versions of you. You know, if that were a thing, I would have run into so many less issues in my life, I think. But unfortunately, it's a here and now thing. Which is also ironic because I'm a person that plans ahead. Like, I can't just deal with here and now. So it's a lot of energy. Yeah, I've been energy grinding for a couple of years. Like, I stopped back in January because I couldn't figure out an easy way to get my last 4. But my ultimate goal for now is going to be 600 because that's, I feel, a good enough amount. And I gather a lot, so for me, 600 is basically perfect. Like, I know you can get more. I think the max is somewhere around 630 to 650 now. But I don't think I'm ever going to get that far because that requires me to do a lot more, like, side quests and things that I don't really care to do. Maybe one day. Like, if the stream wants me to do it, I'll probably do it, honestly. But no one's ever asked me to, so I haven't. And I have most of the ecology stuff except for, like, I think maybe that 310 zone and Androxia. Or Odalita, whatever it is. Little bear place. God. The 310 zone. I don't know what it's called. I can't figure it out for the life of me. I'd have to look at my map. Embrace the power of procrastination. You know, I did that a lot in my life, and it didn't go very well for me. HP potion when? I mean, I guess I can try to go for it sometime soon, but I don't think it's going to get me anywhere. I've just been grinding all of these higher level areas to try to make actual money since I have my value pack up, hoping I'd get some drops, but that hasn't happened yet. Sag. Was really hoping for a DISTO, but that also didn't happen. Shocker. Man, I'm so close to hitting 70%. I'm so happy. Let's see if they grab that ×4. If so, I'll make an easy 40 mil. I guess SMHing is just going to be my income for a little while until I can get that 301 AP bracket. Not that I'm going to grind with it. I mean, maybe. I don't know if 301 AP is better than 285 Kudum, but we'll see. Got mine in 90 hours, 10 at Blood Bowl, starting 40 hours at Forest Renars, and 30 more hours at Shuriken. Interesting. Wait, you pop the 50 mil buff at all of those places to get them? That's an expensive endeavor. I don't know. I popped like a 30, a 20, and a 10 here just to see. and it didn't really do anything for me, so I'm kind of sad. Predators on outfits the whole time too. My goodness. You're wailing. I wish I had that much money on my market. Like, I forced myself to save up for the accessories that I need because I know I'm never going to enhance them. Like, I have the fail stacks to do it, I can't bring myself to do that. I don't know. It's toxic. I do have a Pry Gaiet that's broken at the moment, so might try to get that to pen. We'll see. I have two 160 plus stacks, so that's kind of pissing me off at the moment. And there's no reason for me to enhance accessories, because I know it's not going to go through. So, I don't know. Supposedly we're getting a Pen Capotia necklace at the end of the season. Everyone's talking about tapping their Tet necklaces. Maybe I will. I really don't want to, because I already know how this is going to end, but maybe I'll get crazy lucky. I doubt it. Yeah, I was thinking I probably won't. Like, I might try to sell it, but everyone's like, oh, it's not going to sell because so many people are going to be selling theirs. I'm like, yeah, I know. Sag. 8 minutes left on this buff. And then off to SMH. Fucking precision crystal, man. Why no disto? Big sad. At least SMHing will give me automatic fucking money. QQ. Even though just one mission's only 20 mil, but it's something. I'm going for my 19th tap for Pen Aragons on a 161. Jesus. I tapped my Muskins on the 19th tap at 174, so I mean, anything's possible. I already sold my Tri-Ogering when I got the Capotia neck. Wait, the Capotia neck's already out? Oh, you're talking about the regular Capotia necklace. Never mind. I thought you meant like the Pen Capotia. I was like, wait, what? Since when is it out? I thought it had to come out at the end of the season. more about back spirit dice again once I get out of here. I feel like I've been here longer than I have. But it's just because I haven't gotten a disto. Like, when I get rewarded for grinding here, I feel like I've been here no time at all. Then I feel motivated to keep going, but I don't know. I think once I'm done with this buff, I'm outie. I hate this place. Hey, thank you for the sub, bro. I appreciate you. Very, very much. See, that makes me feel better about the fact that I'm never gonna get a distortion. You're so kind. I try to be as likable as possible. I like to think I'm relatively nice. Usually. Unless I'm playing League, then I'm just a terrible person. Maybe it's a good thing I don't stream that game anymore. Although actually I did get a ton of subs when I did stream it, so maybe I'll stream it again. It just brings out the toxicity in me. I feel like I complain more in League than I do on video, if that's even possible. Well, yeah, I don't have an item skill running because I'm eating out of here in a minute. I'm waiting for the scroll to run out. And then I gotta go to PLZ for my 2K daily. And then I get to suffer there. Yay! At least I can level up my other 2 pets while I'm there, though. I didn't take them out here, really, because I wanted to make sure I was picking up all the trash loot. Gotta be a little toxic. Fair point. If you're not toxic when you're playing League, you're playing it wrong. Alright, we're almost done with this temp buff. One more decent pull here. As many as I can get. I was hoping it would insta-way, but that didn't happen. Wait, I shouldn't have alerts disabled. It's weird because, like, It makes a sound if you follow, subscribe, or donate bits, I think. Or at least it used to. I'm gonna have to look into that. I just saw that. Thank you for the $10, Eden. I love you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that after the stream. I don't know why it didn't go off. Like, I thought I had everything enabled. I guess it's been a while. Because I used to have the same sound, like, for donations, bits, subscription, and following. I don't know what happened then. I did see that. Thank you. You're too sweet. Yay! I'm done with the scroll! Freedom! I can leave this place. I still have an item scroll running. Well, not item scroll, like a advanced scroll, but it's fine. We're gonna swap tunes. I'm gonna grab that mission, and then we're gonna yeet out to Polly's. Right after I throw this in storage. I was gonna say, they shouldn't be attacking me. I should be out of their range. I'll come back and sell that trash loot later. For right now, we grab the quest. Oh, I gotta do that ×4 also. So grab the quest, do the ×4, and then do Polly's. No, you! Sorry, I had to yawn and stretch. Yeah, I'm gonna be grinding for a while. That's okay. At least Polly's doesn't take a lot of time. Should only be like 45-ish minutes, if I had to guess. Something like that. Alright, let's go grab that mission. You won't let me down on League, you're fine. The only time I get really tilted in League is if I'm playing ranked. And if someone's like feeding their ass off in a ranked game, then I get really upset. I don't generally get upset in norms because I don't take it as seriously. It's Ika. Oh, he's AFK. Okay then. Bye, Ika. Time to smack these boats. Only person I would feed is you. Hell yeah. God, I gotta learn more ADCs. I only know like 2. And that's Misfortune and Ashe. And I guess Zyra APC, if that counts for anything. I guess it doesn't though. I'm like okay at CSing on her. Not the best. Alright, let's see here. Where's my boat? There's one. Stupid wind is coming at me. Kinda rude. I'm not gonna get close to it, am I? Nope. Hate it. Stupid wind, man. Maybe, maybe, maybe? Pog? Oh my god. I hate it. Look at that. Look at that sliver of health. Ridiculous. Alright, there's another one up here I think I just saw. So I know what part of the rotation I'm in now. I'm honestly terrible at ADC because I suck at CSing. That's the same reason I suck at mid laning. Like, the only 2 mid laners I play okay are Syndra for CS and then kind of Zyra because of her plans. And I guess Lux if I take barrier so that I don't get one shot by everything I go up against. Because like every time I take her, I have to go into an assassin and it's so toxic. Like, that's the only reason I really like to play Zyra mid lane, because at least I have a better chance at CCing everybody and keeping them away from me with my roots. But with Lux, it's like you only have the 2 routes, whereas Zyra routes literally everything. So Sag kind of gear. Full plus 10 green. Oh, where did my cannon go? Weird champ. I'm so confused. Is that a glitch? I feel like that's a glitch. There's no way. What in the world? Did I break it? Like, 'cause I'm still one-shotting them, so what's going on? Is that my inventory, maybe? I don't think I did. I think it was just my pets going off. Where... Okay, now I'm just confused. Where's my cannon? I'm concerned greatly. Oh, there it is. See? There. Full plus 10. But all green, because I haven't gone for the blue stuff yet. Oh, I see. I forgot about that, actually. Like, I straight up forgot that that was even a function until just now. Alright, one more boat. Well, let me autopath that way. It's so dumb. It's not even part of Ross Sea. Can't wait till I can get officer. 12 more days. Do we just never have officers on? Now I'm curious. Huh. Oh, Errata's online. Pog. Please let me one-shot you this time. Yes! Easy. Oops. Alright. I took the 2K quest, so now we're going to Polly's. I will... sorry, I just saw this. Check my warehouse? What do you mean my warehouse? And I think this is the balance. Or, sorry, the, advance. But yeah, friends list suck more than $5 home in Dark Alley. Dear God. That is the most disturbing and the most accurate description I think I've ever heard. We yeetin' out of here. Guess I should claim my wage. Alright, I have to be idle to claim it. So stupid. There we go. I don't know what this quest is. What is this? What is this for? An awkward situation. Okay. That's another combat quest, but I don't think I get much XP at 62 even with my Chenga on. Good to know though. Right near Ash Forest too. Speaking of Ash Forest, I don't think I'll ever grind here. This place is spooky. 300 AP zone. I guess I should roll those dice while I'm AFKing. Ramming damages your boat, so I don't do it. Oh, it's understandable. I just do it because I'm lazy. I used to do it all the time before they made the changes. So I'm just kind of used to it. Did I really just roll a double? That's too funny. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so it wouldn't matter what I rolled. I could roll a 2 and get on the special board, though. Do I want to? What do you guys think? Well, no, because then it'd be a double. Like, that's not how it works. If I roll the double one, I'll go to here. It'll say special board, but then isn't it a double roll, so it'll roll again and I'd be off of that? Or does it just change automatically? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm thinking it would get me onto the special board. We're gonna find out. I wanna know. Okay. That's okay. I'll take it. I don't land on it super often, so when I do, I get excited. I still have so many of these types of dice, too. Forgot I have so many Arcana cards as well, so I could easily get myself over to the Kafra bundle. I have so many of these. That's wild. Why would anybody ever use that other one? Like, to take you back to the start. Why would you want to go back to the start board? That's so weird, Chan. Yeah, I didn't think about it until I used it. That's alright, I get a shit ton of these dice. Because I still have the Arcana card. I still have 3 Arcana cards to get dice, which I haven't used yet. We almost at Polly's, boys and grills. And I went the wrong way, didn't I? Hate it. I guess I technically didn't go the wrong way. I can just yeet myself up here, can't I? Okay, that works. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Guess that's one way to get over here. Pets don't need to be on red anymore. Put those 2 away. Leave those ones on red so they can level though. I wonder if there's anybody here, if I can just grind the entirety of polys. Is this that weird rotation I found the other day? I think it is. Pog. Hello there, evil ambitions. How are you this fine afternoon? I think it's afternoon. Yeah, it's 12:56. It's afternoon now. Pretty good for 2 a.m. Holy cow, what time zone are you? Almost 2, what are you talking about? What do you mean? PM, oh. That's right, you're Eastern Menace. GMT +8, West Australia. Okay, I see. That makes sense, yeah. I was thinking, what time zone could that be? That makes a lot of sense. I forgot how late it is for you guys. Yeah, for me it's almost 1 p.m. I usually stream until 1:30, 2 o'clock. But it'll depend on how long this poly mission takes me. Right now I'm big chillin'. I just finished suffering at Star's End for 2 hours, and then I did a ×4, and at least the ×4 got me money. The Star's End 2 hours was not very lucrative, but that's okay. At least I got combat XP for it. Now I'm closer to 70%. Because I do want to hit 63 on my main at some point. Be good for PvP, I think, and for certain PvE. I do love this rotation, though. There's never anyone over here, and it's actually quite good. Because you basically do 100 per rotation. And it's right next to the Poly's Forest node, on the edge of the water. Love this spot. I kept struggling to find it when I came back here the other day. Like, I found it one day out of the blue, just passing through. Couldn't remember where it was, but I'll remember it now, for sure. Like, it's perfect for my teleports, too. I love it. It's so good. Just starting out while returning, but all old characters gone from a long time ago, never got too far, so yeah, understandable. I've honestly been playing the same class since I started back in 2016, because I feel like which is the most comfortable for me. I played DK for a little while, but she had mana issues, and then I played Zerker, but I realized I suck at him, and I only got 3 grabs off in the 2 months that I tried to play him, so that didn't work out as planned. Are those a couple of classes you'd like to level? Are you asking me or Evil? Oh, I mean, not that I know of. I do have a couple that aren't. One second, that aren't at 56 plus because I'm really lazy and I'm bad about getting them to 61. Like maybe halfway to 56. I just got lazy because I was doing Changatome with her. This one I don't really have an excuse for not leveling because it's a witch. This one sits at 56 without an awakening, which is hilarious. This one's 49 on purpose because she's my barter. I don't know what I'm doing with this shy. I'll probably delete her at some point when I stop being lazy about it. Then there's my DK, who I never got to 61, but I should have. I feel like if I got everyone to 56 or 60, I'd be getting more for my family fame every day. I just don't really think about it very much. And if you're wondering why I have so many shies, it's just because I like the extra daily pay that I get. Or not the daily pay. No, yeah, it is the daily pay that I get for having the life fame. But I'll probably end up playing with more of my classes, doing life skilling on them, because I have so much life skill gear and buffs. Assassin class, not sure how it will go. Assassin can be pretty OP from what I understand. Like, I never personally played him, because I couldn't really get used to his playstyle, but like I've heard that he can be pretty OP if you gear him out a little bit and you get good with his mechanics. Because like I guess he scales with evasion, which is kind of cool. Because like I have an evasion set for my witch and people make fun of it because they're like, oh, witch doesn't scale with evasion. Okay, well, I'm a caster, I have a PA, I have buffs. I can get out of most sticky situations if I have it up, and it's just good for Node Wars, which is why I run it. Because you can level 2 classes by leveling 1 during this season. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. I guess I should have tagged somebody. Sag. Because my mermaid's already 61. I guess I'll have to do that next time. I tried to tag her with my main, but wouldn't let me for whatever reason. Oh, that's what it is. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know that. Cause like I said, it's been a minute since I actually leveled any of my tunes without getting them like power level that are seasonals. I will say I got her to 61 through the Changatome though. Like I got her to 60 at Orcs with my guildies, and then I took my Changa and I did the Stars on side quest and a couple not polys, but like Grana quests, and I was done pretty quick. Maybe within a couple of hours, if that. Was there a polys one here? Probably not, right? I don't really need it, I was just curious. I like to do the guild missions while I'm out and about, just in case there's some around where I'm grinding. More spirit stones, huh? Easy mystical spirit essence. I honestly don't know how much spirit dust I have anymore, like I stopped looking. Probably have close to 200 from grinding Stars End in this place. We a quarter of the way done, y'all. Easy. I really do love this spot, it's so good. Make a sub-level 25 character and you can get the combat and skill XP copied, not transferred over to it via the Fugar timepiece. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I saw that this season. I was like, what the heck is that? And someone kind of explained it to me and I was like, that seems weird. But does it like take level 61 away from my seasonal? Or does she stay 61? And like that other tune also gets to be 61. Right, you can gather these mushrooms too. It's kind of OP. I think of most of the mobs in Kama Sylvia you can kill and gather. At least I know Navern Step in this place you can do that. Really should get back to gathering at some point. I miss that. I got so many black gem fragments from it too. And hearts and sharps, which I'll eventually need, I'm sure. I've been selling them a lot recently because I haven't been enhancing, because all of my gear is pen now, so I'm like, oh, well, nothing else to do, I guess. Sag. Copy, not transfer XP. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I might look into that, we'll see. I've been focusing a lot on my witch since I finished most of my seasonal stuff, but I still have to do the Oregon thing and all that jazz, so I'm not looking forward to it. I know they're talking about their workers, but I think gathering is probably one of the most fun things I could do in this game. And it doesn't, like, tire me out. I could probably gather for, like, 6 hours and be perfectly content just sitting there using my energy and all of my potions. I don't know what it is about gathering, but it's so rewarding to me. I feel like I get way more drop carried with gathering than I do with actual combat. I should start doing that again for profit, at least for now. Like, I'm really not getting drops anywhere. I got a couple of those weapon things from Elvia, so that wasn't too bad, because I was doing my Elvia questline for the 1 AP. I'm only on week 1, so that's going to be kind of a pain, but I figured it had to eventually be done. Like, I can't just wait around forever, because I do need the 1 AP if I'm going to hit 301 soon. Because once I get my pen accessory done, I'll have 3 AP and I'll be 300 AP with Nuver. And then when I get the Kozarka thing done in about 4 weeks, like I guess a month from now, I'll have the last AP I need to beat 301 with Nuver. And then that'll make me 286 with Kudum. 285 is the bracket, but that works too. Yay, Forest Breath, money! What if I have more of those on the market? I should take them out if I do. Just those, though. It's funny these things hit me, they don't hurt. I love that you can just press up F or down F on Witch and knock stuff out. What a great class. Very balanced. Although I have way more AP than I need to have grinding here, so... Only 1,000 to go. Let's go, y'all. Easy. If I stopped picking up the loot, I'd be probably close to done by now. Talking about how a striker has evasion, I can't hit him. When I said I love evasion, it's love and it's life. Because I've been building my evasion set for like the past 4 or 5 years. However long I've been playing, basically, I've been building that set alongside an AP set just so I can grind on the side. But my evasion set's really fun for PvP. I enjoy it a lot. Especially in Node Wars. It's so toxic. I love it. It's very silly and interesting to play around. Like, I get to be an actual support caster. It's great. once I get more Caphras levels, it'll be even more difficult to kill me. I can't wait. I think I have it in my Gearbot, but I recently got my Revived River necklace, so I can put it on in just a second. If the mobs would stop hitting me, that is. Clear this mob. Okay. So 241 and 585. Let's see. So 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. I thought it was higher than that. Doesn't seem right. But I guess then you add on all of the evasion buffs that I would be running. So plus 15 is like 700 from there. Plus the 12 I get from this, so about 715, and then I run the evasion potion, which I think is 20 evasion? Or 12 evasion? I'm gonna have to look at a chart for it later, it's been a minute. It's 12. So I'm definitely over 700. I think it's closer to like 750 or so. Maybe even more than that. I could have sworn it was closer to 800. Weird. Something seems off. I guess if I swapped out my earrings, I'd actually have more. Because people were telling me I need to stay at a certain damage reduction cap too, but I think I'm already at the cap. Because I'm literally at 252. And my damage reduction rate is 30%. I think 30% is as much as you can have. I think you have to do exclamation point and DP. Like DP set. There we go. I have to update it today because I recently got that necklace. Because that's going to show with my Benjo, but now I have the Revive River. But my next big gain is going to be those ethereal earrings, which is going to be crazy for me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get an upgraded screenshot probably later today after I finish the stream and work on updating my Gearbot since I just got the necklace. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I should have probably done it this morning, but I've been busy the last couple of days. Sorry the link is so long. I don't know how to like shorten it or simplify them, so I just kind of like I post them in my Discord and then I copy and paste the link, put it into my Nightbot commands, and then you're able to see it that way. But I also have it in my description too. Like, I update both the Gearbot and my description every time I enhance something or buy something. Not much for ethereals anyway. So tries are 1.6. So if I got even just the one of them, I'd lose 2 accuracy, 4 DP, 10 DR, but I don't know if tiny URL is still a thing. I haven't heard anybody like mention it in a long time. I think this would give me 6 evasion and then 8, so 14 overall. And I could buy one right now, but I've been saving up for the crescent ring since I know I need it for the accessory event. So I do want the evasion earring, I just also want the crescent pretty bad, and I thought if I got 10 ethereal it'd be more worth it. So I've just been kind of saving. I don't know how to get Hesus rings though. People talk about them all the time, but I like never see any on the market. Yep, see? Where do you even get these? I don't understand. Like, can you grind them somewhere? Do you have to get them from a vendor? The Hesus ring, like the little evasion ones, the green ones. Like, I legit don't know how you get them. I think maybe it's a main store. Like, is it a main story thing? Because I only have one. Like, I legit have one on the market, and I don't know how I got it. I don't even know where it is. There it is. Oh, Pug. I thought they were gonna flag on me. This is much nicer. I love running into nice people in this game. It's so wholesome. How do I get close enough to grind with them, though? Figured I'd be within range. This isn't a very big spot. Oh, how'd I get stuck in there? Toxic game. I think I should be close enough to them now. We were talking about how evasion works on certain classes, and he said, yeah, as a caster it would work, but archer, shit accuracy, shit damage, must go DR. Makes sense. I can kill mobs that stars on with 214 AP, 287 DP. I mean, you can kill them, but it's gonna be kind of slow. Because I think the recommended there is like 260 minimum. I think it'd be kind of risky though, even with that DP. Like, I didn't start going there and feeling comfortable until I was around 335, 340 DP. Now I'm like 353 and they don't touch me at all. I have to be standing there for a hot minute for them to actually harm me. says this quest is sending me there. Interesting. For your seasonal? Shouldn't be. I don't remember having to go to Star's End. Oh, questing to 61, I see. Are you using the Chenga Tome? By chance? And if so, what level are you? Okay, so, are you already 60? And if so, like, what percent are you at right now? Because I've done the Star's End quest from 60 to 61 about 3 or 4 times now. Okay, so you don't have to do any of the actual kill quest for combat. Just go to, oops, start at Brellan Farm, and then go to Calfian Northwestern Outpost. There's also going to be 1 or 2 down here, and then there's going to be one, I don't remember exactly where it was. It was kind of near Ash Forest. Like when I was passing by here, there was like one other one on the road that gives combat XP. But it should be enough if you're at like 30% to get you all the way to 61. And if it's not, then just finish all of the ones that are non-kill quests, and then go down to, I guess go down to Old Wisdom Tree, because there's not really going to be anything in Lemuria Guard Post that I can think of. But there should be a couple at Old Wisdom to finish you off, and if that's still not enough, then go down to Grana and do some of the side quests. Like there's going to be a couple in the library for Momilies. Oh, you just finished Brellan Farm. Okay. So then go to Northwestern Outpost, and you should have a couple more. They're just going to be talking quests. I think that's at least another 10% or so. Because every time I've gone to Star's End, I've been around 30% or close to it, and it got me to 61 in no time. But Brellan Farm should, Calfian Northwest should be at least another 10% or so. Maybe more, like maybe 10 to 12%. Or 15%? Because I know there's quite a few over there. It's all talking. Like, you shouldn't have to kill anything. And then once you get finished over there, then you just head to Kama Sylvia. You can start in Grana if you feel like you want to, but you're not going to find as many there as you will at Old Wisdom Tree. And there might be a couple kill quests for you to do there that you could do, like, with some ease. Did the ones at Brellan take you down to Outpost Supply Port? Like, did you do the ones on the beach? Just making sure. Because I think there's at least 6 or 7 down there. Or no, sorry, 5 or 6 down there. Something like that. You're there now, okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be about 5 or 6 quests, I believe. For the one that asks you how many, like, sticks are there, I don't remember the actual answer, so you might need to use BDO Codex for that. But there's gonna be 2 quests that ask for something. One of them's gonna be 5 deer meat, which you can gather near, like up the mountain there, I think. And then I don't remember what the other one asks you for. It's been a while. It might actually be something you have, though. Just the deer meat might be something you have to gather, unless you gather a lot like I did. But I didn't have any left over, so I just went up the mountain, gathered some deer meat, came back. But you're gonna need a tanning knife for that. Or sorry, not a tanning, a butcher knife. Was just curious if I should bother doing Star's End one, that's all. Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not kill quests, you should always do Star's End. Like, do anything you can other than the kill quests, because you're not gonna have a fun time doing those. It's gonna take you too long for it to be worth it. But any of the, like, side quest combat XP things, always do them. It won't take you long. It's all just talking and running around place to place. I got one on me. Okay. I don't know where I put my horse. Oops. Just gotta turn that in. But I'm done grinding. Easy peasy. Phone's dying on me again. Okay. I'm gonna turn in the quest in just a second. And then I'm going to... Oh, that's right, I can turn it over here. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna look for a stream to raid, because I'm gonna probably break for the day. But you have me on Discord, right, Menace? Like, you know my Discord name? I was gonna say, because as long as you have me on Discord, you can message me about any of the quest stuff you need to know, and I can help you. But I'm gonna find somebody to raid for today, and I'm gonna take a break. Okay. With that being said, I had a really great time with you guys today, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for both the sub and the donation and the follows. You guys have been a tremendous help for me today with my horrific RNG. It made me feel a lot better. You guys are wonderful, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Rating Joe now.
the okayest mage with the second raid of this week on this. You guys are tuning in from the stream. Come on in. Come and hang out. What it do? Happy Friday. Oh, yo. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing a quest talking to Alan Sabane.